Hello everybody and welcome to the first review of the channel. I have a lot in store for you guys, a lot of great future videos planned, and I hope you enjoy this review that I put together for you guys. But without further ado, here we have the Neca Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Tournament Fighters Armaggon. So here we have Armaggon's box. He has a nice window showing him off. You got all your Neca branding, Nickelodeon. No Street Fighter has ever seen fighters or fighting like this. Pretty cool. Ages T, 14 and up. Nothing too special. Here we have the side of the box. You got Donatello fighting Armaggon. And I think that's Leonardo on top, but that might be still purple, just a different shade. But nothing special, just a NECA, Here we have the back of the box. You got Armaggon. You got 3 photos of him. They all look kind of plain. It's just one of him staring right, left, and straight, but nothing crazy. All new 16 meg action. Other side of the box, same exact thing as the other one. Here we have the bottom, all your legalese, all the people incorporated in making this figure. You got your, don't chew on it or give it to kids, obviously. And the top of the box, nothing special, just a partial window. More warnings, Nickelodeon. But yeah, that's about it. Here's everything else in the box. You got a nice backdrop, his accessories, and what Armaggon was actually in. Well, we don't need the box anymore, so I'll just grab this and here he is in all his glory. So first, we'll start off with the paint. Whoa! Now look, I know. Probably wondering, why am I wearing gloves? Story time. Well, you see, the figure has some damage, as you can see from these pictures. I don't know if it's from me, or if I just did something wrong, but he's been in storage for a long time, and I haven't really messed with them, so I don't know how he has these. But, yeah. Now, finally, back to the review. So, Armaggon's paint, sculpt, and detail is actually, I think, phenomenal. Gray, red, yellow, brown, and white is Armaggon's color scheme. His fins, the inside of his mouth, his eyes, and the dots on his head are red. His cybernetics and bands are yellow and brown. His skin is gray. And his teeth are white. The detail is really good, and even parts you wouldn't really see, like the bottom of the feet, the bands wrap around his heels, and the inside of his arm as well. Very nice detail there, as you could see. The bands are mostly just brown. His cybernetic detail is done very well, as you can see from the torpedo going into his armband, and then 2 going out, around his back, and then his belt. Done really well. The one on his leg looks great too. And the pixelated shading is done really well, as you can see. The lighter pixels showing on his chest, his stomach, his quads, top of his knees, his forearms, and even a little bit on his head fin. Done very well. The back of his torpedoes too, both of them. And a little brighter on just his actual back by his rhomboids and lats. Underneath his tail as well, like a undertail. And finally his sculpt. We'll get one good look at Armaggon's stature. I know I already showed him a full lot, but we're taking a look at his muscle right now, as you can see. He just has a massive chest, quads, forearms, shoulders, you name it. His back as well. I don't know if those are his traps, but if they are, they're ginormous.
What do you mean by that?
Even as you can see, like I said earlier, the rhomboids and his latissimus dorsi are just look great. Even his tail, it's simple, but you can see the creasing. And his calves too. His calves are ginormous. Look at that. And we get one more close up on the head, as you can see. A nice red and the. Let me zoom in for you. I'd say slightly white pupils, I guess, for pixels. And then even his teeth. Even got tongue in there. Great detail. Focus. There we go. Great detail overall in this game. Well, that's about it for paint, sculpt, and details, so now we'll move on to articulation. So Armaggon here has got 25 points of articulation. He's got 5 in each leg, 6 in each arm, 1 at the waist, the jaw, and at the tail. Just 1. But first we'll start with the feet with articulation. So the feet, they get about 45 up and down. They get 180 going all the way around. She has a really good pivot. The knee does get more than 90. It gets about, actually, like 115 degrees. So that's really good. The hip, or the hips, are actually 2 joints. Ball joint and the actual socket that goes in the leg moves just ever so slightly. I can barely get it to move, but it does, trust me. So with the joints combined, so that's straight. Starting from in, he gets about 30 degrees rotation on each leg. Nothing too crazy.
Help me! Help
He can
me!
almost do
Nigga!
the full splits. So he's got about starting point, about 80 degrees. His split. Because they can only go forward like, like that's like 30 degrees. And after that, you have to start going out. So yes, he could raise his leg 90 all the way, but I guess only going straight forward, he only has, yeah, that's about it. But not too bad, he can work with it. And he can't go back at all. Oh, don't mind that. That goes back in. He's got about 5 degrees going back, nothing crazy. So that's from starting point back. Forward though, he has pretty good forward. You can see the tubes move, but they don't really hinder. That's just how far he goes. I'd say it's a good 30 degrees forward. And he can rotate about like 50 degrees, I'd say, on each side. The tubes, see that moving back there, they move fine. Now for the arm. So the shoulder. The arm can go. Yeah. It's 180 almost. With the tube, almost. Nothing crazy. Going back as well. Pretty good. Doesn't get all the way 90 going out. But it's more like 70. Nothing crazy. Bicep swivel can do a 360 if the tube wasn't connected. As you can see, he has double jointed elbows. We'll switch this arm as well. And the band barely gets in the way if you push it up. So, like the leg, 90, probably about 120. Pretty good, pretty good. Nothing crazy. The wrist, obviously, flipping 60 and hinge up and down. You can get like 40 degrees, going back and forth. Oh, and the last one. Last one here's the tail. Nothing crazy. You only get a few degrees going up and down. Side to side, you know, all around, all that good stuff. Here, get a better view. There we go. Well, that's about it for articulation, so now we'll go on to size comparison. But before that, his accessories. Besides his splayed out hands, he has a pair of fist hands, a grasping hand, and a trigger finger hand that does work with other cartoon line weapons. And that's all he really comes for with accessories, is 2 extra pairs of hands. I guess you could, nah, his tail wouldn't count. But now we can move on to size comparisons. For real this time. Here we have next to Zarax and Zork. And here we have next to Bebop and Rocksteady. As you can see, he's no slouch. He's pretty big. Here he is next to me and my friend. And here he is next to the Pizza Monster and Chrome Dome. And finally, here he is next to a different version of me and the Revoltech Venom. Well, guys, that's about it for this one. Honestly, I'd give Armaggon here probably 8 out of 10. Only reason it's not 10 is because the head couldn't move. But other than that, this is a great figure, you know. Nothing but positives. Hope you all enjoy the review. Until next time, enjoy.